What's up? Normal Ohio trucks. Yep. So yeah, that was a very rusty truck. That was just a. I was trying to find a thumbnail, throw up real quick. That was one that was in conversation in a group chat, so figured I'd share that. Give me a case of, give me a case or two of Bondo and about 7 cases of spray paint. Have it looking like new, wouldn't you, Dan? Just as I clicked over, just you come on, yeah, good timing. It is so hot that I have been tripping over my nuts all day. Oh, that's funny. Jason would say that too. Full detail for full retail. Yeah. Yeah, I got that transmission put back in that. That was weird. I didn't do anything the past 2 days. Last summer didn't seem as bad. Yeah. I don't think last summer is this hot right now. But it's been pretty hot in the shop. We don't have AC this year. It quit working. So we've been struggling through it. First rough seconds, yeah, my screen went black. I don't know what the heck happened. But transmission and transfer case and everything back in that Infinity, pretty much a Nissan. That every time I talk about that car, it freezes. Anyway, I got it done, and then it started leaking coolant out of a hose that I didn't touch. What I'm doing? I just went up near you for nothing this evening. Well, could have been something. Damn. I think we all know someone that can fix your AC. Yeah, I know someone can fix the AC too, but it needs a whole new roof unit. It's like from 1984 or something. Went to pick up a truck cab and sort of got scammed. Oh, dude, that sucks. I hate that. I don't know, it was some years back. I went to go look at a 2010 um, Camaro body, SS Camaro. I was just going to drop my drivetrain in it and went over and said it was a good body. Huh. The roof was bent, buckled, the freaking quarters were crunched. I mean, whatever hit this thing or he hit, I don't know, but it crunched everything. And I'm like, there is no way I'm paying $5,000 for that body. Out of his mind. So yeah, drove a trailer all the way to Indiana, like up near Indy, and then come back empty because that car was nothing like it was in the pictures. Hi, Marissa. So yeah, that's happened to me before. It sucks. Not a big money, but basically the cab's 11 years newer than the ad said. Damn it, that sucks. Drove all the way to Jackson. to buy your new cab, yeah. Almost to West Virginia? Jesus. I didn't know Jackson was that far south. Hmm. Well, Wednesday last week was my birthday, and um, yeah, it was a pretty good time. Didn't do a whole lot, which is kind of different. Tried to work on the steering column for the Camaro and found out that electronic steering that I got is not designed for a stock steering column. I'd have to hack it up too much to make it work, and then it wouldn't be stable. So the electric steering is out of the picture now. Found a guy to buy it. Putting regular power steering pump back on it. Didn't want to, but it is what it is. But I got the brackets, pulley, waiting on the pump. Going to make my own hoses. Yeah, it is. It's a Saginaw pump. You pay me for that picture of my truck. That poor truck. What's up, bro? Uh, so yeah, been a little bit of a boring beginning of the week. Haven't had anything interesting to work on yet. We do have a Chrysler Crossfire, I think it's called, in the shop. I did some work prior to, last, I don't know, about a month ago. I did a bunch of work to it, got it where it could be driven because the drive shaft was about to fly out of it. But it got towed back in for a starter. Hunter put a switch in it and stuff. It cranked like 3 different times, and then now it doesn't want to start again. So I'm going to look at that in the morning. Actually did go out there and bypass my heater core. And why'd you bypass it? Oh, okay. I see now. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry about that. My daughter's Impala, the one I helped them put the intake and back on after the heads were done. It needs a heater core. I think it's a O3 or something. Just got back from an AC install. Oh man, wish we had some AC at the shop. Yeah, RV. Yeah, he does a lot of that during the AC season. I got home and had to State Farm got too impatient for me to get my roof done, and they kicked me. So my mortgage company, I called them and told them what was going on. So they had a insurance to cover me until I finally got a quote back from Crossfire's Mercedes. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is a gem. I'll maybe try and get a picture of it tomorrow. Half the time I say that I can't remember once I get to work. But yeah, I got homeowners insurance all figured out tonight. Got it all turned on. So pain in the ass. State Farm sucks. Okay. Yeah. Dude, it's a perfect candidate for an LS, though. I know it'd piss off the Chrysler guys and whatever, but I don't know if the Hemi'd fit in it. But it sure would be fun trying. But the guy that bought it wants to get it back to original and make it look pretty again. So that's what we're working on. Put him in that turd, dude. It would be so much fun. I swear to God. I don't know if we can run that transmission, but I'm sure we could find one to put in there. Not what I'd ever buy, but Crossfires are pretty. They are pretty neat, but ooh, if the LS will fit, Hemi will too. But the Hemi lower ends are a lot bigger than LS's, though. Especially the way the motor mounts are, they're stupid. You can't piss off a Chrysler guy. They are already pissed off by Fiat. Yeah, but this old dude, he won't do it. He's got a little bit of money to spend on it here and there to make it come back to original. So there's no way he'll let us do all that modification to it, which I think would be cool as shit because I mean the car don't weigh nothing. Yes, I am. Ever notice how similar the Hemi and LS motor mounts are? No. The Hemi last Hemi I did wasn't like an LS. Well, I've done all 4-wheel drives too, so maybe I'm confused on that one. Close to small block Ford? Yeah. Well, they're like old small block too, but it's just how they hit the frame. But the Hemi, it just seems like to me, maybe I'm overthinking it, but it looks like the Hemi mounts would be a gigantic pain in the ass. Ask me how I know, because you just crammed an LS in a Ford mount. Yes, that is so. A Hemi can replace the blown up LS. 66 days until no name. Damn, is it that close? Oh. Don't want to hear about no LS and no Mustang. It's happening. It already did. There's so many out there that are so fast. But yeah, you can buy the running powertrains like you can the LS, you can the Hemi. But all the fab stuff, the dude wouldn't pay for that. I might consider adapting LS heads to a Ford 400. Yeah. They have superior flow, that's for damn sure.
Give it to Mama. Yeah, I made that.
So, hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Mimi's on there, too.
Where's Mimi?
Oh, she's not in the video. She was in the chat. Where did it go?
I don't know.
Oh.
I lost it, Paul.
It's a roast eraser. Can you open it?
You can be seen one right here. It's JD was going to respond.
Uncle Jason says hi.
Oh, that's mine.
Hey, Uncle Jace.
My Jason's all my son. Jason's all my
No.
Oh, it's still on there. He doesn't want to come.
Oh, really?
He's probably on the way. It says BMX.
Sitting in a man cave in front of a fan, watching my newer quarter panels on my dark rust.
All right, baby. Give Papa hugs and kisses and let's go.
She does love that car.
Love you.
I love you too.
Here.
Thank you. Tell everybody bye. Bye night.
Bye, everybody. Night.
Come on, baby.
Oh, well, there's the other one. All right. I got to run. All right. Love you. Bye. Bunch of grandbabies. Oh, all right. Moving on. Haven't seen Colleen yet. Tom, what do you got going on in the shop this week? What's up, dude? What you think about Chrysler, just FYI. Yeah, she just told me. Depends on what Chrysler it is, man. We've got some good ones, got some bad ones. This Turbo Tom that's in here works at a dealership, a Chrysler dealership here in Ohio. Up a little north from us, I think north of Columbus. You are all like my old girlfriend. She had 2 daughters, and then each had a daughter. Then my dumbass left. K cars rock. Oh God, he's probably never even seen one, Jason. A Renegade transmission. Oh goody. I almost did one, but he ended up taking a Jeep, so I'm good. Also, wishing the crabs on my. Wow. All right. Good to know, Mac. That's cool. We got a Jeep Wrangler. It needs a PCM and a transmission that we're trying to decide what to do with. K car with turbo will shit and get. Man, I can't say any of those K cars could ever shit and get other than to the junkyard. The tow vehicle was faster than those cars were. There's Colleen. What's happening? Now the little Chargers and shit. What the hell are the other ones called? Damn it, Ray has one. Shelby. That little Chrysler Dodge Shelby or whatever it is. Turbo Caravan's basically a K car. Now we did have a customer. It was I think it was a 5-speed with a turbo. Can't remember his damn name. He was goofy as shit. Oh, you're good, Colleen. Omni, yeah. The Omni's had some of those turbos. They're definitely fun little cars. Was that van white? Yeah, I think it was. Tom had. Really? I can't remember. All I know is Ray has one. His son has the other one. They he run like a 1310 out of that poor little thing, but he keeps pushing the head gasket out. 2008 CSX is a turbo V6. Huh. I bet that's a fun little car. I mean, hell, Abby's V6 Honda Accord hauls ass. I could imagine having a turbo on that little thing. I was up against a EcoBoost Mustang and was busting his ass with that V6 Honda. Might have worked with that guy. 6 foot. No, he wasn't 6 foot tall. He wasn't big. He was a little scrawny little guy. No, he was, I cannot remember that customer's name, but he was a short, scrawny guy with glasses. And actually, it may not have been white. It may have been blue. That sound right, Jason? Guy at Beaver Creek Auto? It was like a 80s, 89 Caravan. It was a turbo 4-cylinder 5-speed. I think it was blue. It might have been white, but he was a skinny suit and tie type of guy. Yeah, I don't think this guy ever had an 87 Mustang. He didn't seem that type of guy. He had 87 Shadow Turbo, blew the head off at 25 PSI. Dude, Ray will run 35 pounds boost to his before it'll push the gasket out. The east side. Yeah. Yeah. If Jason remembers that customer's name, it'll probably pop in his head at some point. He's good at names. I suck at names. I only had $10 for each of all the clutches I had replaced in 84 22. I did a lot myself. You know, to be honest, I think I did more Ford Ranger clutches than I did anything back when those things were still around. Don't remember that dude. Yeah. Scrawny, short, dark hair, glasses, nerdy as hell, and drove a 5-speed Caravan to the shop, and it was a turbo. It was back in Beaver Creek Auto days. Super geek. That's how nerdy he was. But, you know, of course, Dale loved him because he spent money. That's the only reason he liked him. He fixed anything. I even snapped the shifter linkage rods once. Yeah. I rebuilt a TC3 when I was in middle school. Actually, it was Jason's wife's car. They blew the head gasket, so I fixed all that. A lot of bong water and hops instead. If I remembered his name, you'd remember, but I just can't. But yeah, I did that TC3 I think it was a 1.7 or 1.8. I can't remember. I ended up getting ahead from another guy in Beaver Creek instead of replacing or fixing the one I had. But it was set up for a turbo. I never got that far because Grandpa went out to make sure I had everything right, and it started raining, so he left the hood open without the airbox on it, and it filled the engine full of water. So we threw it out. It went to scrap. Old Thomas Towing come and picked it up and got rid of it. This wasn't a 2.2 turbo. I think it was a 1.8 liter, and he gave me a 1.7 liter head off of another TC3. But he gave me the turbo manifold and everything for it. I just never got around to that part. I just wanted to hear it run. That was my first real engine rebuild other than like a lawnmower, go-kart, or whatever. A 2.5 turbo, yeah. That's what was, I think that's what's in that Shelby is a 2.5 turbo. See, I told you. That's it. I knew he'd remember something. Never heard of him. Oh, wasn't one of those engines Chrysler used back from VW? There's a chance. I don't know. I wasn't into those per se back then. I told you, get enough time, you'd remember. I think his brother was like Richard Hertz or something, aka Dick Hertz. I know. Hey, Twisted, what's happening? It's over here. Which way are those rear shackles supposed to be installed? I have those extended curved ones going toward the back. I've seen some guys reverse. Hmm. This be a good time to have John Levins on here. But he's probably busy working on something else. I don't know. Let me ask him. 9 o'clock. Hopefully he's not in bed. Curve shackles can be used to tune one of two leaf spring lengths. If he complains to him, it's my fault. No, he'll be all right. He just won't answer if he's not, up. It's cool. It's 8 here, so you're good to call. It's 9 here. All right, I'll send that to him. See what he says. Early 80s Chrysler had a 16172. Yeah, I think this was like an 84. And 26, late 80s. Okay. Damn, Tom's on it tonight. I will. Okay. I think they both were, Dan, because I had the one that was in the TC3 was a 170, gave me a 1.6 head. It worked on it, but the 1.6 worked better for the turbo from what he was saying. All right. Give me a few minutes. Oh. Shoot, I think we've been working on Bobby's boat more than we have the anything else. He got a bass boat like mine, so how about them Reds? I haven't watched much. I just see highlights. That's all I watch anymore. Oh, dude, that car is cool as hell. Yeah, the whole pumping the brake up before you drive it probably makes me pucker a little bit, but to each his own. But yeah, that's a pretty cool car. They're playing at Bristol Speedway. Why? They're actually playing ball in Bristol? Is that what you're telling me? One of their old pictures got sentenced today for murdering their in-laws. I saw that. I did see that too. That's cool as shit. I didn't know they could play in Bristol. That's crazy. They didn't have the best of brakes. Glide to stop. Oh shit. Jason, tech question for you. We are looking for something to put on the roof of our bus for heat reflection. Uh, yeah, there was a, I don't know if it was Google or Yahoo or something. They were talking about that. He got sentenced. Normally, Jeremy would have the Reds playing up on the TV, but we haven't been watching a whole lot. I think that's similar stuff you're talking about, Jason. Dan's been putting on all the bodies next door to the shop too. If he's not relining the whole roof, he paints it with something. What's up, does nothing? You doing all right? Henry Company. Cool. Doing anything excited, man? You know, not because your channel name is Does Nothing Special, but now we have 10131420243096 turbo. Yeah, we actually had a Escalade towed in that someone was doing a cam swap that they started and decided not to finish it. We've also got the new Chevy 4-cylinder diesel being towed in this week or next. That's gonna suck. It's not definitely not a fun looking job. Just found out our truck skill at work was struck by lightning. Nice. Second time in a week. Sounds like you guys need to put a lightning rod on that thing. You know, divert it away from it. I've only seen lightning strike maybe 2 times. Once it was up in front of our house when me and Jason were kids. Struck it right out in the street in a manhole cover. It was loud as hell. And then when I worked at the airport, the lightning struck right in front of right on the flight, not the flight line, the taxiway in front of where I was working, and it's called Top Load. That shit ain't no joke. It's loud as shit when it strikes right in front of you. This month is natural disaster themed. One of our yards flooded 2 weeks ago. 5 feet of water in the building. God damn. New Cummins has 2 different cams and compression and no more heated intake. Nice. And glow plugs. Cool. Well, they'll throw something else in there to, fuck everything else up for us. Because unfortunately, we see a whole lot more diesels than I like to see. I knew a Steve Bull who worked at the airport. Yeah, I didn't work at the airport. I worked at Emory. It was right next door, and they shared the same strip, but the taxiway was on one side for Emory, the other side was for Dayton International. But the I think it's FedEx now or UPS. I can't remember. Or maybe they closed. All I know is they got a 75 lightning struck out. Struck a CB tower. Jumped into the house. Damn it! Sorry. Damn. So that was something that my uncle had a big CB antenna on the outside of my grandma's house. And every time it would storm, he would put the mic down, unplug everything, because he said if it struck it, it would come all the way down into the CB and the mic. I was young, we knew. We stayed out too late when the Emery planes started coming over at 4 a.m. Yep. Yeah. They started leaving. Yeah, breakdown was at 4. So yeah, they would start leaving at 4 a.m. But the 747s wouldn't leave till around 6:30 or 7. And I would hang out and air start those because me and this other guy named Aaron were like the only two tall enough to put the air start hose in the bottom of the fuselage. Lightning hit Glenn's TV tower next door one night when I was up making a bottle for Hunter. Yeah, I bet. Dude's fucking loud. Twisted said he never saw Kurt Shackles, so he sent a picture. Cummins put a half square. What? Why? Oh, just to keep it from spinning so they don't have to pin it. I've pinned so many damn, what is this, 6 liters? Myth has it unhooked coax out in a bottle of water. What's up, Mohawk? Good to see you. 2-stroke Detroit. No, it wasn't 2-stroke. It was diesel. It was a 650 horse turbo diesel. And man, they were loud as shit when you turned them up to air start the 747s. They were working. They were working hard. Jesus pin in the camshaft. No. That was a failed attempt by many of 4.6s and 5.4s. Oh, let's see. What? Old Mac, I didn't get anything, man. Just a blank picture. I want to try again. Supposed to be really warm next week. It's already warm. What are you talking about? This shit's brutal. We're supposed to have rain for the next 2 freaking weeks, but I think the temperature is supposed to stay the same. Do you have the curved extended rear shackles on your Scamp? John just messaged me back and said he's never heard of a curved leaf spring shackle on a Mopar. So I guess I can call Cameras tomorrow and ask them, see what Bob says. If Bob's never heard of them, then I don't know what to say. Yeah. So I'll call Bob Cameron in the morning and ask him. He's the one I bought that electronic steering from, and he's actually the one who found someone to buy it for me. So it worked out good. Yeah, that power steering was actually designed for an aftermarket steering column, not a factory production column. I tried every damn way I could to make it work, but it wasn't happening. Cut a perfectly good column down though, but I'm just going to weld it back together. Glad I mowed the drain culvert down by the street today. First time it has been dry. Oh yeah, well, I mowed my grass Wednesday last week, I think. It was still 92 degrees, and dude, I was melting. And I'll probably need to mow by the weekend, depending on the weather. That thing does look pretty aggressive. It does. It looks good. And just let me call Bob tomorrow, and I'll send you a message. I never understood why car manufacturers didn't use power steering units like some old tractors. Yeah, I don't know either. I have a mix of Bermuda and mystery grass around my shop. Really need to be mowed twice a week. That sucks. So it's all weeds. Man, I can imagine. I can only imagine. I mowed yeah, I did this house when I was a kid. It was a mansion. I mean, it had to have been every bit of 2 acres of grass. Did it with a damn push mower. It took me 6.5 hours. I was like, they paid me $60. I'm like, screw this place. I'm out. I never went back and did it again. Zero turns are fun, Dan. I've done the zero turns. I've done the stand ups, and actually the stand up um, X marks. Um, they're not bad to drive. It's just when you go up a hill, it kind of crunches you down a little bit. Going down's not so bad. But zero turns are fun. Oh, I would say I drove a tank, but it was just a big ass car. Lot car haulers and I use power steering units to operate a hydraulic. Huh. Well, I wanted the electronic steering on it just because, and now it's just going to be, it's going to be normal, regular. It's whatever. I still got a 15-volt alternator on it. Once you go zero, you never go back, right? Yeah, I mowed my grass with a zero turn before. I mowed my grass with that Exmark stand up, but it still doesn't look as good as my push mower. I can actually put a really nice pattern in my grass with my push mower. Now, I'd be curious to see how much that, or how, what's the mower that mows all by itself. Isn't big enough for a zero turn, nor any of the other yards I do. Yeah. Yeah, one of them little mowers that can't remember what the heck they're called, but you mark the invisible fence for it so it doesn't, leave the yard, and it just mows all day long until it's done. I'm sure it puts 100 different paths in it, but your John Deere LA 105. That got a big deck on it, Colleen? Does it mow a lot? Maybe I should rephrase. .42-inch, yeah. I knew something like that was going to happen. Dan, you can normally hit those hard enough to where you can bend it back with one hit if you hit it just right. I've done it a couple times. I think my push mower now is only 21-inch. I missed that 28 I had. God, I missed that mower. But I can't. Done. Nope. Not falling for it. The blade doesn't appear to warble any. Then the blade's out of balance. Make sure you don't have it on backwards. We get a lot of zero turns at work. I had one that was only a couple years old and it's locked up. Yep. Seen that a whole lot. Hell, this new mower I have, it's a pull one start, no primer bulb, nothing. You just pull it and it starts. They don't want you to change the oil, just add it as you go. Damn near took his head off. Pretty sure I've had to check the old blade. It was bent bad. It had to have bent the shaft then. But if you could find a way to put a dial indicator on it, you'd see a shit ton of run out on it. And by the time you extend it out on the blade, it's going to make it a whole lot more. Yeah, my uncle, he messed one up so bad that I couldn't bend it back. It was way too bent. So we pushed it out to the alley and let the scrap guys take it. All right, let's try again. There we go. Good picture. Hmm. Uh, oh, Mac, I think you're good. I wouldn't bother with them. You do need to take. You plan on racing it? And it's really hard to see if it's not a whole lot, but it's enough to feel, if that makes sense. Well, Mac, I was saying if you're going to race it, you need to take those clamps off the spring. Let them stretch out so it'll plant the tire a little bit more. Eventually, okay. But yeah, I think you're good with the shackles. I wouldn't bother with them. If anything, cut them off if you're not going to use those bottom two holes. I'd cut that off just to get that excess out of the way.
So there is two ways that you can install this camera.
Hello. The springs are shot. Eventually, some SS springs will go in. Some super stocks, yeah. Super stocks definitely want to be open, but driving on the street, you got to be careful because the bottom spring will twist on you. Uh, what? HEIC. Yeah, I don't know what that form is, but whatever you did, it worked. I got the picture. So, but I wouldn't worry about the shackles. You're good where they're at. The super stock springs like those shackles too, unless you get the extended ones, and you won't require a shackle. They just work. I was going to put them on my car, but yeah, that didn't happen. I even got the spring pockets to put in the car so it would relocate the axle over and center it up, and it didn't center it up either. I think I'm going to have to change my rear shackles, and they have a corrective shackle to bring the rear end over just like a half an inch. So, what else can we get into tonight? We got the springs figured out. Got Colleen's roof figured out. What do I know? I had traction bars on my 69 Cornet. People laughed, but man, Let people laugh. Have a good evening, everybody. I'm going to go stretch out. Cool. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out, man. We will catch you on the next one. Shocks? What shocks? Here's a drive shaft question. They say no more than a 3-degree difference up and down from trans to diff. What about left to right? So I know there's some that aren't directly behind the car, but I don't know what the specs would be from left to right, but it wouldn't be 3 degrees though. I'm sure it wouldn't be 3. We don't need no stinking sway bars where we're going. We are no longer an EV dealer. That's okay with me too. I'm so glad we didn't get that charging station at the shop. Let's see. Drive shaft. EVs are the devil. That's why I like my sticker. Refers an angular difference between the drive shaft and the transmission shaft. It says 3 degrees in any direction, Colleen. Up, down, side, or side. Side to side. That's just so that proper drive shaft angles are critical or crucial for minimizing vibration and ensuring smooth power transfer. So 3 degrees optimal performance for, up and down, side to side, especially when combined with high drive shaft speeds. So here we go. I have the same sticker by mine, Jason. National Grid go out. Not made to run perfectly in line, yeah. I always wanted to use an EV to tow a trailer with a generator on it. They've done it. Those are those cross-country guys. How far can you get out of center, left, or right before the U-joint binds? Well, they said no more than 3 degrees either direction. So, what was it? The Ford 9 inches, most of those were set off center, even though the pumpkin was in the middle. It still wasn't lined up with the drive shaft. You could look down and see it was in a small angle. A lot of those did that. A very long extension cord. Both yokes surrounding the drive shaft must face the same plane level. Just sitting still, though. I don't know, but the LS swapped Tesla, man, he got some hate mail on that one. It's funny as hell. Yoke planes must be parallel. Lots of factory production cars are not. Yeah. It shouldn't be too far off. Well, I know they shouldn't be, but they're not overly concerned about too much drive shaft speed on a factory production car. When I was setting up the rear end of my old 52 Chevy, they told me that the best pinion to drive shaft angle is 4 degrees. I don't know. Look at my pickup truck with the factory suspension on it, and the drive shaft's like this. So I mean, it's not 4 degrees. Third glass of gin. Ooh, damn. No big glasses. So your drink is on this part of the glass or this part of the glass? So you got to get through this one to get to this one, right? 25-ounce bud. Damn, Colleen. I think these are 16s. I hate how it does that. Might explain why I kept destroying U joints in the cornet, but then I changed. Still larger U joint. Never. Yeah. Go big or go home. I drank 3 16 Miller Lights last night afternoon. Whew. When I get home, I'll drink a couple, but I can't day drink. I'll slow down so damn much. Change the larger U-joints, never had that problem. Yeah. So when I put the 400 turbo in my car, I got the drive shaft from the same guy that I got my control arms and Willwood brakes from. He had the beefy U-joints put in his, so I crossed those over to the new Spicer U-joints. And those things are cool as shit. The cups actually click into place where they won't fall off the U-joint now. It's so convenient. I have my drinks at the end of my day, ideally before dinner, but I'll hold off for. Oh, yeah. So I'll have a beer with dinner, but if I have anything to do, I'll hold off. But as soon as my life starts, on it. Yeah, they are kind of lean. There's no Zerk fit, no grease fittings, but they click and lock into place. It's sweet as hell. And they're not the brute force because those things are weak. These spicers, they're nasty. They hold up pretty good. Cups. Sorry, the cups lock into the X. Oh, yeah. So, there's like it's a lock ring that's inside of the end of the cup, right where the boot is, the dust boot, and at the other end on the U joint, there's a really small recess that it clicks into that. You should have seen all the empty glasses I used to have before 10-person table at our actual Christmas parties and work. Oh God. Cups lock into the man, I don't know. Yeah, whatever you do, don't lock them into place unless you want them to stay there. I think you still get them loose. You just got to fight to get them apart. Double shot, gin and squirt. Man, I'm getting tired. This damn heat will take it out of you. Maybe I should try mixing some Ruby Red with gin. What the hell is Ruby Red? I think I've heard of it before, but I don't know that I've ever had it. Gin has no sugar, no. Better for diabetic. Grapefruit juice. Okay. Oh, getting to be that time. But the squirt probably drink anyways. Oh shit. Oh. Are we getting upon the weird hour? No grapefruit for you, huh? Good Lord. Captain G's Fish Restaurant on P4. Put up these sign pulls. And I was hungover. All I had to drink that day was Squirt, the 1 liter bottle. Wow. I was 9. Can't say that I do, old Mac. Yes. Mm. Hey, Don, what's happening? Arsenic lower your blood pressure too permanently. Thanks, old Mac. I did not know that. The grapefruit. Hmm. Oh God, love you guys. Oh, what'd you get done this weekend, Don? We got a few more minutes. Ridley is finally asleep after eating some cheesy chicken with veggies and noodles. Yummy. Definitely wore it more than she ate it. Yep. That's what babies do. It's time for the cicadas to start their summer noises. Yeah. I don't mind those so much. I'm too hungry to wear food anymore. But it's my lack of thyroid and the grapefruit negates the hormone. Damn. Damn. Mm. Well, I'm too hungry to wear food anymore. I ate too much for dinner tonight. but it was good. I've got cicadas, crickets, and frogs singing now. I haven't heard any cicadas. Getting tired. You water nearby as long as it tracks those. Yeah, we don't have it close by, but I'm sure she does. Motor is this close to being pulled. All it needs is the hood off and picker picking. Okay. Well, it's got a leak near her place. Uh, you'll be recording that good. That sounds almost as bad as the noisy cow around the corner from me. I have crickets and hares 24/7. We went fishing for a little bit tonight and I caught a turtle. Tried to bring it home. Cage told me no. Yeah, you'll have that. I always try to leave the hood on, but sometimes you just can't. It'll be in the way, yeah. I don't think that hood's too heavy anyway. No, if it was a snapper, yes. If it was a painted turtle. Well, around here, you're not allowed to anyway. Ohio has a law against it. See, you're not you don't live here, so you can take home anything you want. I don't care. No lake just out in the country had a tree frog. I went to Tool County yesterday and saved a baby toad at work. Brought home today. Nice. If it had the front sump on that one, I could see you'd having to pull it, but I had that big 6-quart pan on mine on the Camaro, and I didn't have to pull mine. Hey, Wendy. Most likely to have rabies. She don't care. Just told Gage you said I could bring home a trash pan. And he said y'all gonna have a talk. Yeah, it's gonna be a short talk. It's okay. You're probably helping Don. Yeah, the raccoons that run throughout the day they're freaky. You reminded me of the umbrella. I'd text more, but I'm hogging out on some of Wendy's chili. Cool. Hey, you're good, dude. Now we got a few more minutes, and I'm going to cut off of here so I can get the shower. I can't get a pet skunk and get it de-stanked. Yeah, I like me some chili too. I do. I love chili spaghetti a lot. I love leftovers. No, just dealing with shit at work. Yeah. I don't have to deal with shit at work anymore. I just have to work on junk. I love the people I work with now. Ferret, no stink glands. Deer chili spaghetti. Yeah. A good food night. Oh. I try to steer clear of any fast food for a couple reasons. One, it's disgusting. Two, it hurts my stomach. I'd just rather come home and make something. Oh, dude. Bobby is always joking and laughing about something. So, yes. He messes with Danny a lot, too. This is deer chili. Oh, Don. I need me some of that smell-o-vision. Yeah, thank you, Mohawk. Take care, dude. We'll definitely see you next week. Hopefully, I'll be out at that guy's barn putting that resealing that LS up. That's not funny, Tom. I make a cheesy chicken casserole I call heart attack casserole. 3 pounds of cheese. Oh my god. I love cheese. Ooh. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we did a couple different cheesy dishes. Potatoes and ham with cheese, and there was a few other ones that we did a shit ton of cheese, and I added more to mine. Oh man, I can just put away some serious queso. Yeah, I'm a queso fat fanatic myself. I'm gonna go drown Gage. All right, love you. Good night. I eat Parmesan straight out of the container. Yeah, same. We do a lot of the ham and cheese crackers and stuff a lot. I don't know if I've ever tried that. Venison lasagna. I don't think I've done that yet. Ooh, now you're just being mean, Don. Oh, baby. Venison Swiss steak. That's in the fridge. Wow. Oh, you guys are terrible. Yeah, we do venison chili a lot. It's good shit. But as much fun as it was, it is time to go. So the deer is basically a skinny cow. No, deer taste much better. I like beef, but boy, that venison is just fantastic. Yeah, thanks, Dan, Colleen, Wendy, Don, Old Mac, everybody that's come in, everybody new ones coming in. Thank you. Y'all take it easy. What is terrible is the wasted deer meat laying on the side of the roads. Man, some of those that get hit is just soup. You can't eat none of it. It destroys it. We used to be on that roadkill list, and they bad. Hang on. And 6 got to eat too. But cool, everybody, take it easy. Have a good what's left of your week. We will. I'll try to put out a few more shorts of that little crossfire. I do roadkill. I'll wait for October though. Yeah, same. But everybody have a good one, and I will catch up with you on next Tuesday. Later, everybody.